Season 1 is here for XDefiant, and there's no other game where phantoms from Ghost Recon can beat up the hipster hackers from Watch Dogs. I've been playing the game quite a lot during the preseason, and since I can't turn my impeccable powers of observation off, here's what your XDefiant ability says about you. Thanks again to Ubisoft for providing us with access to the latest of the Season 1 offerings. Biovida Boost. These are the guys zipping around maps using hit-and-run tactics to try to gain the upper hand over their opponents. Unfortunately, these players also seem to be a little, how do I put this, self-centered? Yeah, you're doing the thing and you look super cool, but Biovida can heal your teammates too, if you're close enough to them, that is. If you pop the ability as you're running away from everyone, it's only helping you, and the rest of your team is sitting there like, there he goes again. Biovida Boost users are the kind of people who would leave their friends in the dust if a bear attacked them. I don't have to be faster than the bear, I just have to be faster than you. Remedio. Whenever I see someone using Remedio, I think, now there's a team player. Remedio lets you pop down a nifty little device that actively heals any teammates within range. So choosing this definitely makes you popular, reliable, and attractive. Hey, I didn't make the rules, I'm just saying it how it is. Remedio users are the kind of players who pick a healer class in every other game. They're also super dependable, and the kind of people you would want to rally behind in any situation. They always have a heal for you when the chips are down in game, and they're the first person to hand you a snack bar when you're hungry in real life. If you're an Remedio user, everyone on your team automatically owes you $5. Again, I don't make the rules, I'm just stating it like it is. Mag Shield. The Phantom's Mag Shield ability drops a digital wall that can protect you and your teammates from enemy fire for a short time. This effectively makes the Mag Shield and the person holding it the first line of defense in any situation. Every time I see one of these barriers dropped, everyone on that team rushes to hide behind it to gain a little bit of protection. Sometimes it looks really cool and tactical, but not always. If you're the person who shows up to the party with a Mag Shield, then you're always looking out for people around you. The Mag Shield only lasts 10 seconds and it doesn't have a ton of durability, but you know exactly when and where to drop it to keep your team going strong. You're also probably an older sibling, so you're used to constantly helping people avoid danger and seeing them disregard your advice and absolutely dive headfirst into danger. Blitz Shield. The mighty Blitz Shield is the ultimate symbol of a good defense is a good offense, or is it the other way around? Those who wield this ability rush to the point, hold their ground, and eat all the damage they can so their teammates can keep on capturing. They're also pretty likely to go around shield bashing people since that seems to be a pretty effective way to eliminate enemy players. Blitz Shield players are undoubtedly the tanks of XDefiant. They're unstoppable forces of nature that everyone lines up behind to get some cover, and it's easy to see how these XDefiant players could be the leaders of their friends group in real life, or they enjoy getting a kick out of saying, "Get behind me," no matter what they're doing. In real life, you're the trendsetter. You don't like copying everyone else, but you will find new ways to get things done, especially if they need to get done. You may run another faction at the start of the game, but if the tides start turning against you, you will switch to the shield and you know exactly what to do. Mag Shields hold the line, but Blitz Shields carve a path to victory. Intel Suit. I was so happy to see Echelon's signature Trident goggles show up in XDefiant, and I was even more happy to see how well their abilities fit from the Splinter Cell games. Let's just call it what it really is. Legal wall hacks. It turns the user's body into a sonar emitter, sending out waves to see enemies through walls and mark them on the minimap for all their teammates. If you're a camper or a sniper, good luck getting away from these fellas. Intel Suit users are team players who tend to be the tactical masterminds of their teams. They're calling out enemy positions, coordinating attacks, and always planning 10 steps ahead. These are the kind of people who only make decisions once they have every last drop of information that they can find. You're the kind of person that will flank the enemy team no matter the game. The rest of your teammates are the distraction, while you are solely focused on your task, hugging the outside of every map. You're what I like to call aggressively prepared, and Sam Fisher would be proud. And if you want to make your buddy Kino proud, you can hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Definitely helps a lot. Digital Ghillie Suit. The Digital Ghillie Suit ability gives users optical camouflage, but doesn't quite make them invisible, so it's semi-invisibility. Digital ghillie suit users are silent, sneaky spies who are always creeping behind enemy lines to surprise their opponents with an ambush, and it is an effective way to deal with shields. This is also a go-to ability for snipers who can afford to make the most of it while staying dead still to line up a shot. If you're a digital ghillie suit user, your preferences for sneakiness make you an asset in video games, but in real life you're probably more like this guy. Don't be that guy. Incinerator Drone. The cleaners from The Division are obsessed with sanitation, and nothing gets rid of dirt and germs quite like fire. That's what makes this the hottest faction in the game. Haha. Moving on. The Incinerator Drone ability gives users a handy flying flamethrower that can be sent to melt the enemy's defenses. It only flies in a straight line, but everyone who happens to be in that line is toast. I swear that's my last pun. That one also wasn't completely on purpose. Players who choose this ability use their spicy tactical advantage to drop flashbangs or EMPs and ruin their opponent's day even more. But more importantly, they're probably pyromaniacs in real life. They're also probably big fans of 4th of July and just can't wait to light up those fireworks. Even if it's like a week after 4th of July because that's when the sales happen and they get more fireworks. Most likely you only run cleaners to have the added damage boost to your bullets, and you need the drone to add a second attack option. You're more concerned with the offensive stats in most games, and probably your Pokemon team, all 4 of their attacks were all just damaging moves. Not even a variety, just straight damage. Firebumb. The Firebumb ability gives users an on-demand fire puddle. This is great for clearing points, denying a hallway, or just annoying the enemy team. It also gets the floor really shiny and clean once you wipe away the ashes of your fallen enemies. Again, they don't call you cleaners for nothing. Firebomb users are just as obsessed with fire as Incinerator Drone users, but they're more aggressive. Maybe even too aggressive, I'd say. I lost count of all the cleaners I've seen run up to people and go Super Saiyan, light them up. You probably run Barbarian in games like Diablo because you love being able to just jump into the middle of a group and just decimating everything around you. And you definitely tried going Super Saiyan in the mirror growing up. I'm not going to tell anyone, but you and I, we know this is true. Spiderbot. Spiderbot. Spiderbot does whatever a Spiderbot does. If there's anything I hate more than spiders, it's spiders that dare to think they're as cool as robots. Unfortunately, that is exactly what DeadSec's Spiderbot ability is. On top of being a poser, this 8-legged abomination scampers up to you, latches onto your face to obscure your vision, and then electrocutes you. The nerve. Spiderbot users let everyone else do the hard part, and then they come in to clean up when their bot, is finished doing its thing. They're never the first responder in an encounter, but that's because they're playing second fiddle to a cheap trick. You're the kind of person who never foots the bill, but when someone else offers to foot the bill, you're like, oh, you shouldn't have. Okay. In real life, you probably like messing with people. Maybe not a full-on prankster, but you definitely won't think twice about mildly inconveniencing someone just for a laugh. If you're a Spiderbot user, I'm not going to say I hate you because that's not how we do things on this channel. However, I will say that your ability of choice is disappointing. Hijack. You know what they say. If you can't beat them, take their abilities and use them for yourself. That's exactly what the Hijack ability does, and I'll even admit that this is a pretty awesome ability. Being able to yoink an ability right out of someone's hands creates the good kind of chaos that these games thrive on, and I'm all for that. Hijack users are patient and smart. They never jump to conclusions, and they're incredibly observant. This is probably a skill they developed in their real life, where they learn to use their brain against other people's size and strength. They're no chickens though, because they never dodge danger. They face it head on and hit it with a stylish, well-calculated parry. And usually in games, those parries give a nice ding sound that hits your dopamine receptors just right. And you are all about that sound and the dopamine that comes with it. You agree with my analysis? Let me know in the comments and be sure to check out my other videos here. I'm going to finish writing this strongly worded email to Ubisoft about the Spiderbots, and then after that, I'm jumping right back into the next round. I'll see you there.